For the morning, I decided to hunt a bedding area in the timber overlooking the plot where all the action took place the evening before. When there's a potentially hot doe in the area, you never know what will show up.
That's the first deer I've seen this morning. We've been in the stand probably almost an hour. The spot where I'm hunting is right on the fringe of a bedding area. And the bedding area overlooks the spot where we hunted yesterday evening. It's right over the top of that big and beastie field, basically hunting those same deer. The hope is that with all that activity yesterday, that there must have been a doe that was starting to come into estrus down there in that bottom. That should ideally be enough to pull Skinny into this area. I think he's living that way, further into the farm. We don't necessarily have that deer pegged, 100%. Just the pictures we were getting of him were in that direction primarily. The buck that I almost shot last night, looked at the video a little bit closer on that, and I'm glad that he got away. He probably wasn't quite as big as what I thought, but the other one that he was kind of pushing around was the bigger of the two, and that was the one that I had some history with. And of course, Skinny is still the primary target, but until we start actually seeing that deer, you're more or less hunting a ghost. You're hunting the idea of a deer. I'm not going to necessarily hold out for the whole month of November for that buck, even though I really would like to shoot him. There's tons of squirrels here. I keep looking up because I hear stuff crunching through the leaves. There's got to be 10 squirrels within 75 yards of where I'm sitting right now. Keeps me on my toes.
As the nice 3-year-old cruises the edge of the bedding area, 350 miles away in southern Kansas, Josh Tatum is in the blind with his wife Miriam, who is hoping to shoot her first deer.
Right. Watch him.
That was really fast.
It happened really fast.
That was so fast. So the arrow looks really good, and we've given the buck about an hour, and I can already see his blood trail, so I'm really excited to go recover my first buck.
Oh, he is cool, honey.
Oh my god.
Look at that buck. He's got a big body.
He's got a real big body.
He's got a big body.
This is just such a beautiful buck. I love the white on his face, and I didn't know what to expect this year. This was my first year of hunting, but I couldn't have asked for a better morning in the blind with my husband.
Josh and Miriam are set up in a redneck hay bale blind. These are easy to move and blend in easily when hunting in farm country. Most blind setups alarm deer for several days, so you can't hunt them for days after you set them up. That is not the case with the redneck bale blinds. Many times we have hunted them with success the same day we put them out.
Small diameter arrows like Easton's FMJ series make sense for many reasons. They penetrate very well and drift less in a crosswind. The FMJ is also the perfect weight for whitetail hunting.
In the excitement of encounters with whitetails, if it can go wrong, it eventually will. Using gear designed to make our bows as idiot-proof as possible is the only smart preparation. That's why we love the Fuse Ultra Rest. Once loaded, it's impossible for the arrow to be out of position no matter how much you twist and jostle around the tree. Muddy Outdoors sells their outfitter sticks individually, so you can choose to buy as many as you need to get up in a tree. They're light, quiet, extremely durable, and will fit just about anyone's hunting style. Whether you're hanging and hunting or setting up a tree stand for the entire season, the Muddy Outfitter sticks are going to be the perfect choice to get you from the ground up to your stand.
Back in Iowa, I passed the remainder of the morning counting squirrels.
I know, they're nuts, aren't they? I mean, there's like 5 of them living. I can see 4 of them right now. There's 5. I see 6. There's 6 of them. Wow. Boy, that dude is, I don't know what he's hoping to find. I guess he thinks that maybe a doe moved in since 5 minutes ago when he went past there last. I'm about ready to wrap up here for the morning. We had that one 3-year-old buck go past probably 4 or 5 times this morning. You can see how bucks like that get killed because he was traveling and moving and not paying any attention to anything. So he was pretty much the only show in town other than a couple of fawns that came past. This afternoon, I'll have to check the wind and kind of regroup back at the office before we come up with a final plan for the afternoon's hunt. Pretty warm right now. As soon as that sun broke through, it warmed up really fast. So we're gonna get back to the office early, get some work done, and then get back out for the evening hunt.
As I exit the woods, 50 miles to the east, Mike Reed and Jared Mills are hoping to rattle in one of Mike's target bucks.
Ears are bent back. Snort wheeze. There's another one right there. Looks like Shorty. I can't hear you. It kind of looks like Shorty. Where is it? Just to the right of the spot. If he can get up here, if he can get past us, I'll try to call him back to us. Well, it's about 9:20, and we've had pretty good action this morning. I think we've seen 7 bucks now. That 4-year-old 8-point, we named him Sparky. So he started posturing, and we noticed that Shorty was coming up. He's 4.5 or 5.5 years old. He's a short tine 10-point that I have on the management buck list. He's one of the bucks I was expecting to possibly encounter in here. If we can get a shot at him, we'll definitely take him off the farm. He just lives in the middle of the farm. It's kind of a bully buck, but I'm gonna sit back and hopefully the movement continues. It's still nice and cool.
Mike's Ozonics HR300 goes with him on every hunt. This morning he has several bucks come by, but none pick up his scent. Playing the wind is very important, but when you can't predict exactly where the deer will pass, it's just as important to take every scent reduction step possible. One of the main ones is using an Ozonics unit.
Rocket offers mechanical heads with cutting diameters ranging from 1 1/8 inch up to 2 inches. I have killed deer with all of them over the years, but my personal favorite remains the steelhead. I started shooting that head in 1997 and can honestly say it has never cost me an animal.
Mike's Realtree Extra keeps him hidden as multiple bucks pass the stand. Extra works great in the timber during rut because it's fine-tuned to match the color scheme found during this time of year.
When hunting public land, sometimes you have to get creative with your access. One of the things that we like to use is our Cabela's Advanced Angler Kayak. It's a sit-on-top kayak, and it's got a lot of storage on top of the kayak and inside of the kayak. This allows us to get all of our equipment to the spot that we plan on hunting.
Trail cameras have become a super important part of our hunting strategy now. On the new Muddy trail cameras, we have fast trigger speeds, time-lapse mode on the ProCam 12, and very crisp, sharp nighttime images. So you can tell what you're looking at. These are all factors that help us to better identify and pattern the bucks that we're hunting. As Mike and Jared continue their all-day sit, 100 miles to the west, Caleb and Taylor Byers have also been on stand since daybreak, hunting for a giant buck they call Lockdown.
Well, we just had that buck come in. It wasn't maybe 2 or 3 minutes tops after we had that little buck stroll by. Came in and he did what we originally thought that he might do. He circled around, got back into his bed. Unfortunately, he never came in and close enough to give us a shot. I grunted at him. We think that he just bedded back down, so fingers crossed that this could still come together. So definitely going to be high anticipation for the rest of the evening.
As the buyers wait on the edge of their seats for Lockdown to reappear, I'm heading back to the Big and Beastie plot where I sat the evening before. Perfect access and a good wind should keep this spot productive. Some stands set up so well that you can hunt them often. This is one of those. the hope that a hot doe is hidden in the nearby grass, I am convinced that Skinny will make the season's first appearance. I planted this frigid forage big and beastie plot in the middle of Skinny's range. It is one of the few green food sources left in early November. That alone makes it a strong draw for does and thus bucks during the rut. When you add the fact that this blend is also nutritious for the deer, you have the perfect fall and winter food plot. Trophy rocks are the #1 attractant because deer love them. It is that simple. Many deer hunters use the rocks to draw deer to their trail cameras in the off-season, while at the same time creating a healthier herd. I planted this big and beastie plot with the RTP Genesis seeder. It is ideal for drilling seed in the summer when the no-till feature conserves precious soil moisture.
Hoyt makes the most versatile bows on the market. Models like the Clash have widely adjustable draw lengths and weights. These bows are perfect for growing youth hunters or women needing a lighter draw weight bow that still packs a full-size punch.
Back at the big and beastie plot, a familiar buck appears in the distance.
I've got about 45 minutes left. And that buck that came in last night that I called in and tried to shoot, he just popped out on the other end of this grass field, confirming what I thought this morning, and that is that I probably wouldn't shoot that deer, given a little bit better chance to look at him and see what he is. I still don't recognize him, though. I don't know him, from past years, which is kind of strange because it just seems like all the bucks that we run into, we've got some kind of history with them. But he could be one that I just didn't recognize too. I'm still hoping that Skinny will make an appearance in this location. It makes a lot of sense that he would show up here. I just feel like there's a hub of activity here with all these different food sources. A lot of times once the rut gets going, you'll see those bucks just bird dogging through these types of spots, trying to kick up any doe that might be bedded in there. This is the kind of spot where that sort of thing happens.
As the sun dips below the horizon, my evening ends without sighting Skinny. The buyers toughed out the entire day, hoping for another chance at lockdown. Every crunch in the leaves caused their hearts to race.
Well, we got about 10-15 minutes left of shooting light, but it's been an insane hunt today. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better hunt without actually harvesting a deer. I mean, we were in the middle of the action most of the evening, occasionally throughout the day, had a great encounter with just a giant. This is probably gonna wrap up the rest of our hunt, but we can't wait to get back in here tomorrow morning.
Big buck sightings are like a drug. They're addictive. We can't wait for the next hit. We need it. The days are now offering enough of a fix to keep us satisfied. Each day is a new adventure into the normally secretive world of these reclusive animals. But this small window is open only for a short while, and we are making the most of it. Tomorrow we will be at it again. We can't bear to miss a single day of chasing November.